Fuck it. Let's go. So, Primogen, you may place yourselves on the map. We know that Walda is coming. Who else was invited other than the Primogen from the NPCs?
NPCs.
The librarian.
Thorbrand was.
Thorbrand.
It was Mitchell, the La Sombra fuck. The high status one.
I don't think we did invite him, actually.
Nope.
You did give us a
think so.
consideration that we might have, but I think we said no.
Bacon? Apparently there's a Primogen meeting in the offings about, the recent happenings with werewolves.
Yep. Yeah, I remember. I asked to make one.
Mm-hmm. Do you invite any NPCs from your side?
No, I was expecting to be just a Primogen council with maybe Vivian and William.
Okay. Then as you walk in, you see just Thorbrand drop off his skate and nod at you.
I nod back.
Screaming internally.
No, it's fine. It's just Thorbrand. You know? It happens.
Thorbrand happens to other people.
Just sit in his slightly more magnificent chair.
Oh my fucking god, would she have done this? No, not yet. It's not time to sabotage the chip. Soon. Fucker, he wants a table. A fucking table, you whiny son of a bitch. Seriously.
Oh, he wants to separate the Nazi and the...
Yeah, that's your table.
Fuck you. Yeah, I'm since last Primogen Council, I'm not very safe with Valna and the Nazi being close to each other.
I can draw a table. Look, I'm drawing a table.
Bacon, don't, stop! You know, that's not the last meeting. There would have been meetings over the years.
That's one disgusting table, Bacon, and you should kill yourself.
You know, it looks like... Well, it's not a swastika, it's just a cross, but given that he probably knows about the Crusades, let's not...
It's Switzerland cross. It has the same proportions.
Don't you have a fear of crosses? Are you scared of Switzerland?
It's actually a plus, but yeah, they are scarily neutral.
Fuckers won't fight, what the fuck is wrong with them?
Okay, he would start a meeting. So, we are here to discuss what should we do about the current state of the werewolves. I don't know if you all are informed, but they have kidnapped the Chancellor and are willing to do peace talks and give him back. Oh, and I have out of character, I would enter with Mitasari active.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's just looking around the table. Kurt glances at Vivian.
He asks somebody, like, what does anyone know about it?
Nope.
No, inform the situation.
Oh, okay. So, yesterday, a a werewolf came to Elysium requesting an audience with me. Apparently, his name was Derek, right?
The
Fucking
Chancellor,
Derek.
yes.
Yeah, Derek Watkins. Apparently, our diplomat, Derek, or whatever, Chancellor? He's called
Chancellor.
Chancellor, right? Our Chancellor, Derek, managed to find his way to being a guest among the werewolves. He's still alive and everything's more or less just fine, but they wish to open diplomatic talks, and they are willing to release him as a sign of good faith for these talks.
So the point that we should get is, do we just kill them off or we accept the peace?
I'll interject. I'll enter the conversation here. Well, while those two options are available, the whole fighting them off, while we do have numbers on our side, it is most likely that the werewolves have organized themselves and have gained more numbers. So if we were to do an attack, it would be dangerous. As I did through a little bit of studying as well, it seems that there are at least 3 possible werewolf tribes that have organized together into a semi-decent possible war pack of some sorts. Those would be, what from the research, Uktena, Wendigo, and nowadays they are called Glasswalkers. Particularly, these Glasswalkers are dangerous because they tend to infiltrate, well, cities in general. They live in them and know much about human society, so they can blend in quite well. So if we were to try to have a fight, they do have the possibility of good espionage and information in our city.
Oh, that's bring a good point. So if we should fight them, we should deal with them quickly before they get the upper hand on the city. So yeah, it's also some more consideration to the peace talk. Anyone else has anything to say to the matter?
What about Derek? If we try to do an attack, there's a high chance that he'll just be killed off.
Yes, that's why I think we are here to discuss how we should do the peace talk, or if there is anyone against it.
Says the one against it.
Leonard just kind of shrugs and says, the werewolves broke the peace before. Why would we be able to trust them now?
Yes. Before they were thinking that we were the Sabbath, so I think that doing new deals now should probably be more secure, as they seem to have noticed that our group works differently and less chaotically as the Sabbath.
Can we be sure that they're not just desperate and have actually realized we're different?
A good point. I suppose that Vivian could be keeping the lookout on them recently. Do you know anything?
Pretty sure I don't know any of the new ones. I know that the one they sent for us seems fairly peaceful and hopeful about the situation. Other than that, I haven't managed to look up the other ones yet, whoever they be.
If I may just add another point to this, Saul. As I said, the 3 tribes that were organizing, we're not exactly sure if they're still organizing or organized. These peace talks could only maybe be a delay for us to not react to their organization attempts. And thus, when they actually are maybe organized, it could be at that time that they pull out the full-on attack. But once again, we're not sure.
Just to remind you, Demi, from what you read, the Glasswalkers and the Wendigo in particular are unlikely to work together. So the fact that they do seem to be working together is a bad sign.
Ah, right. Still, though, this is just another precaution. Even if it's a bad sign, people who are desperate tend to do desperate things.
Mm-hmm. Up to you, I'm just making sure you remember that bit of information.
Yeah, thanks for reminding.
Out of character, that was very confusing. The guy that was supporting Peace Talk said we should strike them before they organize.
I'm taking a neutral stance.
It was very confusing because the one who was first, you both switched sides at the end.
I mean, I was never on the exterminating them. I mean, technically, peace is good and not getting everyone killed is bad, but that was weird.
I'm trying to take a neutral stance at this point. Like, yeah, we can go and kill them all, but at the same time, having peace also means that no casualties would likely occur. But at the same time, we're fully unsecure of what the actual situation is going to be in the end.
Okay, hearing these points from Hovden, anyone else has any idea or suggestion on how should we deal with them?
Walda whispers something to Michelle, and Michelle, that is, speaks about loud. I feel like my clan is gonna be relatively safe inside the warrens as long as we know that hostilities are coming and are warned beforehand. We don't necessarily have an objection to a war with the werewolves. Just let us know to, lock down the hatches.
I think that they wouldn't even try to attack your clan. They shouldn't be that stupid to do the same mistake again.
Well, yes, but we need to tell the newbies not to go above ground if something is looking for us there at the moment.
Yes.
Andrew is gonna speak up and say, Derek acted like a moron, but he's a clanmate and I would prefer to get him back before we do anything that would get him killed.
I have a suggestion that what we could do. The first suggestion is we go through the peace talks and try to retrieve Derek back. It would be lovely to not have Derek killed, or have anybody killed in fact. But while we're doing the peace talks, perhaps maybe doing some counter-espionage in our own city against these glasswalkers, possibly seeing what they're up to or who they even are while we're doing these peace talks.
Yes, and strike them when they are not expecting and think they are safe.
Kurt is actually going to join in at this moment. There is another concern at the other side of the city, which I was going to bring up here, but thankfully, he looks at the regent with a smile. The regent has volunteered to take care of it personally, so we can focus all our energies on the werewolves.
No, was there any development on the subject that you brought me before?
Yes, but like I said, the regent has volunteered to handle it, and I believe we should give him the opportunity to do just that.
Yeah, I know, but I wish to know exactly what it is. It was really a satellite, or?
No, it's another kind of magical creature. I can brief you after the council meeting.
No, okay. Anyone else has any considerations? As we have now we know that we should have our full manpower to deal with the werewolves.
Gretchen, actually looks at you and says, perhaps we could send Mitchell in if we're gonna launch a strike. He seemed very capable in Houston, and he could be a valuable addition to any spearhead.
Yes, he's very good at combat.
Thorbrand yawns.
And everyone goes silent.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
Thorbrand, if we did an attack, would you like to join, or you don't want to have to? What? Wait a second. What is the word for fucking English?
It's English, or fucking English, if you wish to pronounce it that way.
No, but when something is too boring and unnecessary to do.
A waste of time would be the
Yeah. Yes.
term.
Or would you like to join, or would it be just a waste of time to you?
He looks around. Well, what are you offering?
Oh my god, I managed negotiations with Thorbrand.
Progress.
Well, I'm not sure of what you want, but we could expand your domain.
Nah.
Well,
Thus ended negotiations.
I want a live changeling.
That's something interesting. Out of character, when he says that changelings are, he is referring to not the werewolves, right?
No, he's referring to another kind of supernatural, generally.
Yeah. He just say, he looks to the Tremere on this room. Any of you know how to get one changeling?
I roll now. Intelligence.
No, you read from the mind. You know there is apparently a nest of them in the currently Malkavian territory.
Wait, I read mines?
The Kia seed, remember, right at the very start?
Oh yeah!
You know where they nest, approximately. You know the area of the city to look for them.
Why do we need the changelings out of character?
Thorbrand asked for a live changeling.
The prince is asking for a live changeling for Thorbrand.
Sure, it could be done.
That might be worth me helping you for a few days, maybe a week.
Oh, yeah. Now it seems that the peace talk won't be that necessary. But I still think we should just do it for safekeeping, making sure that they just don't, before dying, kill off Derek.
Oh, I'm gonna do a ballsy move now. Please don't kill me. So when the prince stops finishing, I'm also going to refer to Thorbrand. God help me that I don't die now. Thorbrand, if I may ask a question, unless this requires a favor, would, through your experience of fighting werewolves, is there anything that possibly through that experience that you know about fighting them exactly, powers or anything that they may possess additional to their war forms?
Stab them with silver. The faster the better. A lot. They eventually die. Usually very quickly.
Well,
The
that's
prince
true.
just nods to that. Yeah, exactly how he thought.
I'm probably nodding at the same time as Onik. Yep, that's totally okay.
Very wise, yes indeed.
So, automatic weapons should also work well with them.
Does Thorbrand have firearms? You mean muskets? Never found them to be useful.
Oh no, recently there was some advancement. Now they can make some very fast shooting muskets, like several rounds per second.
I don't see how useful that is.
Maybe if we spray them with, just give them to the weaklings, maybe they can do some damage.
Why would you bring weaklings to a fight?
It's
They-
more as defensive action, not an offensive.
Why they would just get in the way? Why would you share the glory with weaklings?
No, I don't want to bring them to the fight. If just equip the
You know, you're
Who
just
is
digging
remaining?
yourself in deeper there, Bacon. You know that, right? I don't understand what you mean.
yeah, leave it be then. I think it's just. Oh damn.
The prince shuts up awkwardly.
So we start peace talks and then kill them all, right?
I want my changeling first. I don't trust
yeah.
politicians.
I think I can deal with that. I just need some information from the regent before, and I can get you one.
Good, I'll hold you to that.
Just as a finishing note as possible, before we actually kill them off after the peace talks, it was Vivian that would be doing the diplomatic talks, correct?
Epic,
I'm asking like this. I'm asking like this in general as well.
Of course, I have a problem with Hori murdering the werewolves. That's why she has an eye just raised above her eye. You know, has an eyebrow raised.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I'm asking like this in general. We did agree that Vivian was going to be basically the diplomat.
No, you didn't agree anything. You
Wasn't
idiot.
it? Wasn't that stated in the
No.
beginning?
The rest of the table are
No.
nodding like, yeah, we're fine with this.
Yeah.
I legit thought that we said that at the beginning of the fucking.
No, we didn't. We did not. You fool.
Shit, I legit fucking thought I was.
You know, Demi, the table is already nodding. You've done goofed.
Good times.
It seems that we all agree. She will talk with them.
I'm just gonna continue like I already thought that Vivian was anonymously fucking picked for the diplomatics. I'm really sorry, Epic. I legit thought it was happening at the beginning.
Oh
of the
no, that's
council.
fine. You
I
just
heard
put
so much-
him in a position where he has to disappoint everyone or roll for humanity loss. It's perfectly fine.
Anyways, I'm just going to continue then. As the peace talks are going, doing the whole counter-espionage thing, through the peace talks, since the envoys of the werewolves will be happening, Vivian, if you can try and sort of possibly pry deeper into them, see what their true motives might possibly be. Are
They want
truly
to talk and actually try and get some kind of form of borders set up.
Well,
There's their
yes.
motives.
Well, yes, we've understood that. But if there's anything happening sort of in the background that we might need to know, we'll be fully secure.
They're low on manpower. They currently are trying to get some form of security.
Good enough then. Out of character, I feel like Epic's a little bit pissed right now.
Yep. He's
Of
totally.
course I'm a little pissed, because you know what? You just had the Privileged Council entirely go, yeah, Vivi's totally the one doing it, right?
I just fucking told you.
You know,
remember
they
something
just
Vivi
assumed that you had asked. That's the thing, because we're all buddies here. And if Havdan says that Vivi's so cool with it and Vivi's doing it, then Vivi's doing it, right?
I know for a fact that at the beginning of the council there was a talk, Vivian and diplomatic talks, and I can't remember the exact fucking sentence.
The exact words, for your information, was that I was contacted by the werewolves to try and begin diplomatic talks.
That's why I fucking associated with you.
Demi, for the first time, Alan is totally agreeing with Havdan.
You've made a
Oh,
new
Jesus.
friend. Congratulations, Debbie. The balance of power shifts.
Nope, not really.
So yeah, that's basically all what I had to say.
Oh.
Well then,
Bless.
I think that this meeting is over.
If I may interject, may I ask why I should begin these talks? Beyond bringing Derek back?
I-
Time maybe.
Alan just looks at Havdan.
I look back at Alan like, is this already obvious?
Everyone's kind of looking. Most people are kind of looking around in confusion, but a lot of eyes are glancing towards Vivi because she's usually cool with talking to people. What the fuck?
Yeah, this is student procedure, right?
There's like maybe one or two among the entire crowd that realize that, oh yeah, she wouldn't be okay with this. The rest are like, yeah, this is how we do business, right? We talk first, and then we kill everything.
Yeah, I think we're just all confused at the moment.
I'll wait.
From what Havdan said, we all suppose that you were agreeing with this.
I don't see why I would agree to trying to kill people that have yet to do anything to us. Right after, agreeing to talk with them.
As from Vivi's point of view, even the conflict where the three died was kind of provoked because a vampire supposedly tried to bite one of them.
Yes, correct. I'm not bloodthirsty or anything like that. It was just an understandable situation.
Yeah, now I think what Vivi said is just kind of clears up the thought of what's the actual problem is.
Wow.
I mean, yeah. The problem is she does have a fucking point.
Gretchen is actually
First
gonna
time.
speak up. What, Havdan, you did not think to ask an elder like Vivian whether she was gonna help you in your plans before committing her help? How could you?
She has already been in contact. And the
They
envoy did
came to
approach.
Elysium and
And the
requested my presence. Yes.
Yeah. So she's already been in
Apparently,
contact.
Derek told them that I would be probably willing to peacefully talk to them.
And you just
So, if
assumed she would help you with this plan? That is... Oh, I'm so sorry, Vivian. Avdan, how could you? I thought you were better than this.
did you not also nod into agreement currently now as well?
Because I assumed that you had asked her.
And I assume, well, there goes another assumption, I guess.
Well, you know what they say about assumptions. They make an ass out of you. I think that's a second
but-
frenzy tick for Havdan. One more and you need to roll.
Wait, where was the first one from? I thought this was just one tick from her.
The first tick was from her, and the second tick was from calling you an ass.
Oh, fair enough.
Because she's really laying into you.
Yeah, she's a bitch. What you gonna do?
You know, Teddy, you do make a lot of assumptions. This is Waldo, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
It is not that I would never do such a thing without good reason, but that is not something I would do just to do it, especially if they don't have anything going on with them, which we do not know about yet.
so that's 7 successes on Waldo's delivery for that bit about you making assumptions, so you notice a lot of half-hidden smiles around the table when people glance at you.
Yeah, they can go fuck themselves. But it's a man. But I am a man, and a man has to agree with his mistakes. You know what? Fuck this. I will turn to Vivian and apologize for my rash assumption. And then ask her properly, would she assist with the peace talks?
I will certainly assist in getting Derek back. Whether or not I assist with any further such masquerading in this scenario will depend on the situation and or what possible things may be given.
Dorbrand just speaks up at that point. I can try and get this Derek back.
Of course they fucking
Brad,
can.
go do it.
Still want a changeling though. One for getting Derek back, one for killing wolves. Essentially, a life changeling will get you like a minor boon with Dorbrand at this point.
Yeah. Well, Torbrand, when I get the first changeling, I will consider your offer.
How much time will you need? You are competent, right? 2 weeks? At most?
If I talk with the regent, depending on where they are, probably this time should work.
Good. Please don't disappoint.
Bacon, I apologize. I think I might be killing you.
What are you gonna tip off the changelings?
You
I
guys
don't even
know
know the changelings have a spot near us. I just know they exist and talk to us every once in a while.
You guys know the fun thing? He has met the Sariat too. He will do that personally. He can see them. I must admit, it's a good way to die. I'm happy with that.
Oh. Okay. Well, I guess that's how Helen dies.
Okay, let's go. End of that meeting session, whatever you want to call it. Primogen
I
session.
hate Primogen meetings.
Yeah, I know you suck at them.
Yeah, no shit.
Why did you want to be Primogen again?
Mm.
Sounds
To
like
fucking
you
think-
learn. I'm in the same boat as fucking Bacon. I didn't fucking read the book. What do Primogens do? I don't know. I guess I'll find out.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, I want to play an elder. What do you mean I have to have an official position?
Good God, Jack. I think me and you are the, well, you know, not including our SD, are the only ones that read the books.
Yes, definitely.
Man, I haven't
And
even read the
neither
fucking
of us
book.
chose an official position.
You guys are aware that
Definitely didn't choose an official position outside of Regent.
Yeah, but that's among
Yeah.
the Tremere.
Yeah.
In the city, you don't have an official position. I don't have an official position. Just the people that don't have a clue what they're doing are in the fucking Primogen councils.
You know,
Like
that's
real life.
absolutely true. The Nosferatu and the Ventru Primogens are probably the only ones who have a semi-clear idea of what's expected of their position.
My God! No wonder our city is both peaceful and fucked up.
Yeah, if the wrong elder was to move in and become Primogen of one of the clans, it would fuck the entire balance of power!
Yes, it would.
So I guess I learned a little bit on how to Primogen. Don't assume. I have learned.
I don't know how to a little bit of how being prince. Don't be.
Hey!
Okay.
Look, at this point, I'm
That's like-
pretty much convinced this game is just trying to help Jack out.
Yay. Payback.
Okay.
Fine. I have luck 3 IRL.
Alright, so that meeting wraps up, sad. You have 2 shiny box of shells and a new shotgun.
Sweet.
Your wallet is mildly lighter, but the ghoul says he, managed to find one.
Good.
Okay, well, is there anything specific you wish to do with this night?
Hmm. Nobody else has contacted me or left me any notes or anything. Letters.
Not yet.
Most people wouldn't know where you make your haven.
Good. That's good. Funnily enough, I don't know if it's gonna happen tonight or if he's even still there, but I was actually planning on meeting the regent if possible.
Okay. When you head over there, they would essentially tell you that he's currently at a Primogen Council meeting, but he
Yeah.
should be back in a little while, so you can just come back in an hour or two, and he might already be back.
All right. In that case, I would like to, meet with him. That'd be great.
Okay. Well, if you wait, then Jacklord, are
Whatever
you
is
going
the
back?
standard procedure.
Are you...
Yes.
Same
I'll be
way?
going back.
No, actually,
Choose a different
you
way
want
because I have a bad feeling about it.
before that, before Jackalor and the sheriff leave, I would like to talk with them.
Both?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, sure. Apparently the prince asks Kurt and the regents to stay behind to discuss another matter.
Interesting. I'll take Halfdan with me.
Or is anyone's Auspex active in that room where the sheriff
Well-
and the regent and the prince are meeting?
Mine is, because I want to get in on whatever's going on with this little meeting.
Jackalor?
Hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay, everyone whose Auspex is on, I'm gonna need a roll. Roll at 6. And I will try to adjust automatically.
What's the difficult? What's the roll? Perception alertness.
Perception awareness, you are rolling to see if there's anyone invisible trying to keep track of them. Supposed to be secret.
Assuming I failed horribly.
I bet it's a changeling.
yeah,
Could be. Could
so
be something else.
could be someone.
Okay. Let's see, that would be... Yeah, you would end up seeing the Nosferatu Primogen epic lurking around.
Okay.
You, Jackalor... Yeah, you wouldn't see either of them.
So, what is the situation that the regent will deal with? What sort of supernatural is creating problem in the city?
demon.
Yes, the bitch that was screwing with us, it turns out she's a demon. But the regent is ready to handle it.
Yes.
Demon. Huh.
Apparently one that
That's
is good at
interesting.
mind control, so it makes sense to send someone who's good at resisting that and is strong of will.
Mm-hmm.
And I see why the regent will try to deal personally, as more than one could be dangerous, but how?
He shows the pair of fang marks going through his jawbone. She was able to temporarily control Halfdan and make him come at me.
Oh. Is he totally alright?
Vivian says he's clean. I believe her.
Wow, unlucky for him to just find out that demon.
Yes, that was an unlucky state of affairs. He's fucking
Can I
Pete.
roll perception empathy on him?
Go ahead.
All specs active, so that would make a difference. 4.
Yes, it would. Yeah, both of you can tell that he's being really dishonest.
Could you elaborate on the meeting between Halfdan and this demon?
And I believe he went to confront her to try and get her to stop.
So he knew of her beforehand.
Well, he knew that I was having troubles, I'm sure. It's not like she has been quiet in the criminal circles, which actually, come to think of it, I should ask him why the fuck he's screwing with my territory, but that is another matter. He's, as far as
Interesting.
you can tell, more and more bits of that are true as he's continuing to talk, and he's trying to tell as much truth as possible now.
Interesting that he got there before you. I suppose that you were going to just charge a place yesterday.
I was tracking her down. I had asked the Malkavians to. You know, I have a
Yeah.
Malkavian hound. I was gonna use her. I did not think this was a big deal, which is why I did not put more priority on this. So
Ah,
until that
so
happened,
the
Yeah.
Malkavian should ask Havden to do it.
I
Wow, that is
don't.
such a leap.
I don't
What? No.
know.
I mean, why would he Havden? Why would he decide to just go by himself to solve the issue? He's smarter than that.
Because no, he isn't. And he genuinely believes this part. How he really believes that Hamdan isn't smarter than that.
That's a good point.
Flawless logic.
Yep. I do want to point out that he just mentioned that he contacted the Malkavians to get his hound on it. There wasn't much else about that.
No, I was just Alan trying to see why Havden would
Yeah,
do
he's trying
this
to.
alone,
He's fishing for
But-
information.
but yeah, he said Havden is stupid, and he remembered it's Havden. He is stupid. I will talk with him later to see what got in his mind, but yeah, generally he's stupid.
So do we know where the demon is? So I can go in front of her.
You would need to ask Havdan for the specific address, but I expect she has already moved. Apparently, he managed to get a hit in or something, so she might be damaged. Best bet might be to just ask Vivian to try and track her.
I will do that. Yes.
I need to look at the transfiguration lores to see if any of them use fate points. Alter
Oh,
shape.
This seems to be a big problem in the city, but Regent, if you need anything to deal with the demon, just ask me. I don't want such a creature walking around freely, spreading chaos.
Of course. my
And yet
prince.
you leave the entire Malkavian clan and Havdan out there.
Sadly, I can't just kill them. It would look bad. The Camarilla would be against it for some reason.
Ah, yes. That is a
Yep.
good
It's not
point.
like us Malkavians have been helping maintain this masquerade thing or anything in this damn city.
Who cares about the masquerade? Okay, next subject. Regent, what do you know about the changelings in the city?
Well, for one, I know where they are.
Oh, that makes things easier. How hard would it be to catch one and possibly two?
Uh, how hard would it be to catch one?
Depends on the changeling. Give me an intelligence occult at 8 to see how much you know about their magic.
Creative doesn't apply, I assume.
Probably not.
No,
Jack Law.
it wouldn't. But you would
Are
know
you
that
spending your willpower?
I did not spend a willpower.
you would know that their magic is extremely flexible and follows less normal logic and more dream logic. So, unpredictable as fuck. It could be the easiest thing in the world, or you could find yourself screaming in endless darkness for eternity.
Yeah. I
There's a
don't
high
know.
variance.
It's very malleable. Doesn't confirm with rules as my magic.
Oh,
Did
I guess we
Jackalow
should.
just call the changelings dirty hacksaws?
Yes.
Yes,
It's like,
we should.
squad, the other side has a hacker. I believe in us, we can still do this.
Okay. So, do you think that you can do any research on them? And give it
Certainly.
more. Yeah, I would like to deal with that soon. If it's it gets to be hard, let's not leave to the last hour.
But I will need to speak to Vivian about tracking down that demon.
Yeah. Before that, where are the changelings?
Point it out at them on a map.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Fuck. He has flashbacks
No.
from the time that they were just distributing territory.
That
Vivian
bitch
just-
knew!
Oh yeah, I would love one of those too.
That bitch! How'd she know?
Uh.
Uh,
Now the question is, do I share this with the sheriff or just with the regent?
the sheriff is right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should probably. So, remember the territory distribution?
Sheriff nods.
Yeah, remember how very reluctant Vivian was on giving this general region?
Huh.
She really wanted to be around this place.
Kurt looks at you. Jackalor. Like, seems weird.
Rug.
Let's hope that it was not anything planned, but just a happy coincidence.
You know what's wonderful? I don't think Bacon even had to ask, because I'm pretty sure that the Kia Seed actually told him where the nearby supernaturals were at one point.
I actually don't remember of if he
I
asked
think
about them.
she told him. Yeah, she did. She knew about the general area for the changelings and she went looking for the other nodes. She got a bone for it.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. So, well, just spreading the fear about her. Challenge completed.
I would say you more of spread confusion than anything.
I can see how this. Yeah, he couldn't just go, listen, this bitch knew, because then he looks like he's trying to raise a panic. But this, as if it's coming from someone else, it looks less suspicious and he can sneak that suspicion of Vivian in there a little more easily.
Totally. But anyone that was part of the meeting will remember that she didn't seem to really care about the territory.
No,
Seemed
she
almost
was.
random.
You know, nobody's gonna buy that epic. They know what Vivian is capable of when she opens her mouth far too well.
I'll admit to that. I was just stating that, it was seemingly random at the time.
At the time, yes.
Why would she want to be near the suspicious independent? That doesn't make sense.
Maybe she knew he was gonna abduct Andy as well. Maybe she planned all of it. She got a
Everything is
bone?
in her power.
She got a boon on you for getting Andy back. Maybe that was the whole point.
Yep. Well, I think that it's everything.
I have a Vivian to catch.
Good luck with the demon. Remember, nobody wants it around. Just don't be afraid of requesting any support.
I will keep that in mind.
Alright, then we're gonna assume that that meeting ends and the many people who are watching it obfuscated do their own things.
Yep. I gave the Nosferatu some sweet info that I wasn't planning to give, but maybe it's useful. Who knows?
You know, she'll find a use for it somehow.
Yep. And Torbrands will be happy to know that I'm totally prioritizing getting his changeling.
So, eventually...
So once the end of that meeting happens, I will see if I can't find out where the current location of the demon is.
Okay, at this point, let's see, how much did she get in total? I think she got plenty. I don't think you would be able to get a ping on her. She used both her change shape and change appearance abilities and made those permanent.
Alright. I'll try and check the location that Demi was at.
Okay. Let's see. Give me a luck roll to see if there's anything there that could tie back to her eventually if you watch long. You know, you catch a glimpse of a person just scratching his head at a hurriedly cleaned out room. Apparently he has a bottle of wine under one arm.
Try and, well, presuming he's mortal, try and read his mind.
Okay. Apparently there was an up and coming woman here who has been telling a lot of people how to improve their businesses and convincing them to work with her and use her as an intermediary. And they had a very happy personal time last night. And now she's gone. And they were supposed to meet tonight, and now she's gone, and what the actual fuck? He's confused. He thought he did alright, and there's just a bunch of doubts about performance.
Up it with XP.
When I am legit confused on what apparently this hint is supposed to mean.
Okay. Let me spell it out for you. This was someone she was trying to use. She might have established a new identity, but she's already started working on this guy. There's a good chance she'll come back to him because he's probably an officer of some kind in one of the local mafias, which means that he's useful to her. Which means that if you watch him, she
okay.
might eventually...
I thought this was from your description, I thought this was just some kind of manager of the warehouse she was staying at.
No. This would be a mafia dude of some kind, essentially worth her making a personal meeting with him. Which means there's a very good chance that eventually she's gonna meet him in her new form, when she thinks that, she has shaken a deeper suit. Unless she completely abandons her plan to build an army out of the mafia, in which case that's a victory in and of itself.
Good point. I'll go ahead and keep watch on him. Going with Halfdan, probably to Elysium or something in the meantime, but I'll probably just find a spot, keep watch on him.
All right. Jackalor, when you arrive at the chantry in this way, where does your journey end? Where do you park?
Like, probably out back.
Okay. Then one of the ghouls will tell you that apparently someone wants to meet you. How would you have introduced yourself, Sad, to the local personnel?
Clearly, as your worst nightmare.
We believe he
has-
might be of Clan Malkavian. He says he wants to talk to you.
Mm,
He seemed confused and out of it. He said things that didn't make much sense. So I'm making an assumption here, but he's out front waiting.
Don't make assumptions. Don't make assumptions.
No assumptions.
I'll go meet him then. Thank you for informing me.
Okay, eventually, Abraham, the door opens and the regent walks out. Suddenly he's back.
Oh, that actually worked. That actually worked. Who knew?
Come inside.
Abraham,
Okay.
give me a luck roll.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Shape of the beast. Let's see, what does he get in bat form? Okay, you see a small bat shape flit down, Jackalor. It starts to shift.
What?
Wait, what?
How is it go? How did it get past the wards?
I'm assuming that... Are you making sure not to step past the wards?
Yes.
Okay, then you just feel horribly watched.
I definitely want to get him inside.
Is your Auspex active for this?
Especially if I'm feeling watched.
Give me a perception alertness roll.
A difficulty 6, I assume?
Yeah, we're gonna say the base is... I guess there's a small chance you might notice. Yeah, we're gonna say it goes down to 6, because a bat in the darkness having picked a shadowed spot just parked is very hard to see. Yeah.
Probably.
You think you saw something move on one of the fire escapes across the street?
Shrug. I'll go inside.
Alright. Apparently you get to go into Chantry, Abraham.
Ooh, shiny.
Demi, I thought I had shared all that shit with you fucks, especially with Bacon.
Did you?
I
Did you?
specifically sent
you
that to
did.
you, Bacon.
Oh my god. How did you not do this? How? How?
They were probably just like, homework, I did fine in Toloka.
Oh my
Yep.
gods. My gods. My fucking gods.
This
I mean,
explains so fucking much.
I mean, experience is the best teacher, right?
Yeah, knowing how I will read 4 books.
Oh my fucking god.
Okay,
I might
Warriors
end up
don't
reading
read
one.
books, lose stability.
It's actually Jackalor. Exactly.
So,
Fucking
I
God.
assume you take him to the office, Jackalor?
Yes, I take him to the goddamn office.
What is my common sense telling me?
Your common sense tells you that if you did bring your shotgun with you, you shouldn't have. It probably sends a mixed message.
Good to know.
So, why do I owe the pleasure?
Regent William, pleased to meet you.
Go on.
I like what I hear so far.
I respect Clan Tremere very greatly.
Mm-hmm.
And now, I must admit, when I came here first in the city, my compatriot described me the political situation here in terms of members of importance. And unfortunately, your name did not came up.
Uh-huh.
Which brings the question, why are you here?
Am I like rage meter now?
I think this is just a fact, but sure, if you feel like that would annoy him.
No, I don't think so. It's more like, is he trying to fuck with me?
You know what? He gives that impression to everyone, I think, so yes, you get a tick on the rage meter.
I mean,
Is that so?
apparently. But, of course, I have enough experience to know otherwise, Regent. I know that the Tremere should not be underestimated, which is why I'm here.
So, what do you want?
Well, I can't say I know much about what exactly you guys do behind your chantry, but I've heard about a couple of things here and there.
Aw.
Yeah. Oh shit! No, please not Sledge. No.
Dad, did you read any books?
I no.
Oh my fucking God. You're epic. You're surrounded by incompetence.
I like
Oh
that.
God.
He knows how softs work.
He's a veteran, it's fine, trust him.
Okay.
So, do you require any services of mine, or are you
Yes.
simply here to introduce yourself?
Well, that and services, obviously. Let me get to the point, basically.
Please do.
Okay. I would. What would my actually character know about what types of rituals the Tremere
All
do?
intelligence
Like,
occult.
Yeah. That would
Okay.
probably be...
Sledge, don't die on me. Sledge. Damn it, Sledge. Don't die on me. Damn it, Sledge. Damn it, Sledge.
What are you doing watching that chantry, you fuck? Why did you kill my ghouls? Fuck you, no, fuck you! Both are all self-control.
Sledge fails. Most unfortunate.
Wow,
I hope I
Demi.
wasn't bothering you too much, Regent.
Yes.
Anyway, my roll, 3 successes.
But I have a plethora of magical magical services I can offer you. I'm assuming you're not here looking for something to drink.
No, of course not, Regent.
Well, I
Out of character,
could.
though, what do I know? Like, I rolled 3 successes. Would I know what type of rituals that regular chantry might have, or anything like that?
Okay, 3 successes, right?
Yeah.
Magic weapons and generally, yeah. If you wanted something that could use. Okay, how do I describe this easily? They have a lot of different weird stuff. For example, Burning Blade, definitely. They're also able to track people with magic relatively commonly. They have a way of probably. They can create a device that lets you transfer your blood into a mortal relatively easily, so you can like sneakily bind someone important. Probably know about a few of the higher things, but generally you would have a working understanding of like level 1 and 2 rituals that would be the most
Okay,
common.
that's right. Good. That's what I needed. Regent, I'm here for a specific service. I am looking to protect my haven, specifically against ghouls. So if you are in the business of
That could be
making
done,
wards, yes, I would be very much interested.
I'll need the location of your haven, so I can know where to send my subordinate, and I will require a minor boon.
Really? From a little shit like this? For a year's protection?
Oh, he's talking. Oh, that's what he's talking about.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
assuming it's a lasting
Specific.
one.
Yeah. 3 minor boons.
Out of character, was this my temporary haven or something like I was staying until the prince was going to actually?
It would be something you're renting short term right now. It's probably assumed that you would buy a proper apartment for yourself since you're not without money. But because you didn't ask the prince to like arrange a place for you.
Right. So technically, where I'm currently at is just temporarily.
But that would of course give you a war that would last for a year and a day.
Right.
But holy shit!
I think Maxim might be dead.
Oh.
So that's a total of 6 ag that Sledge does. Maxim will roll Fortitude.
He didn't activate it?
No, he has the overconfident flaw.
Or aggravated damage right out of the bat.
Are we hearing this?
I like Sledge.
Not through these walls, you're not.
Oh shit. Oh boy.
Yeah, you're not hearing anything at all. These are some very well fortified chantry walls.
It's standard procedure. Okay, Maxim takes control of the grapple. You keep talking amongst yourselves. I should be done with this by the time one of you goes outside.
So, do you want? So I can arrange, but yes, I can arrange for permanent, semi-permanent ward on whatever locale you wish.
For now, I must set up my actual haven in the future, but of course, this would be something that will be done
And
in
for
advance.
wasting my fucking time.
What? Just,
You're,
you know, letting you know.
you literally just asked something and then like, nah.
Not like, okay, I don't want it currently because that haven is temporarily. I just figured out.
Oh my fucking god.
Yes, yes, Jack. He just wasted your time.
Oh,
Look.
Christ!
Jesus fucking.
What?
You just lost the Keeper of Elysium, Demi.
Oh my god, no! No!
And the city's
No.
down an elder! Call out through the heart, and you're to blame!
Oh my fucking god, no! No!
Actually, in second, but I'll just back out. I'm out.
Halvdan will remember this.
Fucking hell, Sledge. We're not supposed to kill him.
Wait,
Too late!
so
Frenzied, couldn't stop myself. It's done.
Oh my
there
fucking
is
god.
a open Keeper of the Elysium. I think I will appoint Vivian. That would work.
Oh my god.
God.
No, Bacon. No.
Oh, this is too fucking good.
Oh my god.
Those luck rolls Jackalor were to see if he could confront you, because he realized his ghouls never came back. And he found Sledge, and he's like, what, you mean those runs that were watching the chat tree? I killed them, you fuck!
Oh my fucking god, this is ridiculous. Oh my fucking god.
Apparently, Gargoyle Jaws hurt when they have potents activated at Frenzy.
Holy shit.
I
He wasn't
think I
supposed to
might
kill
deserve
anyone
a
watching the
roll
chat
real
tree.
quick.
Actually, there is one thing I forgot, because Maxim would get a dodge on that. I hurried it along a bit, which means that I would need to reroll damage, which would still be 7. He would soak 4, or sorry, 3,
He'll die horribly.
and this would be just enough to torpor him instead of outright killing him.
Oh yes, that's better. That's better.
Except, I think Sledge might still be frenzied. Possibly.
That's bad.
Ooh.
He might be out of frenzy since he defeated the target of the frenzy.
He's gonna get another roll, and I'm not sure Maxim would be one of Vivian's dearest. And
No, but he is a friend of Halvdan at this point.
it's I will let you roll at 8 for threat to your interests, but not specifically on Maxim, so you know that something's happening that might threaten your plans.
Got 2.
So yeah, something is happening that could end horribly. Who is the first person Vivian would think of as fucking up? Well, that's easy to answer. Halvdan fucked up again.
I'm with Halvdan.
Oh, then it wouldn't be
I know
Halvdan.
that the Tremere Regent just barely left a meeting. As well as Kurt and the Prince. That actually eliminates most of the people I would immediately think about most of the time.
By the time this happens, it would be... You would essentially be heading into Elysium proper. It would have been enough time for one of those fucks to get in trouble.
Okay, that's a good point. In that case, I would first think that it might be Kurt. And then I would think the Regent, and then Archie, and then Maxim, because Maxim doesn't fuck up.
He doesn't accept that the fucking gargoyle won the initiative and rolled like a boss.
Good job, Sledge. Good job. You didn't kill him this time.
He
This
gets a set of self-control rolls to snap out of it. How smart is it? Oh right, 1 intelligence, 2 wits, never mind.
Fucking hell, Sledge.
Luckily he has a bit of self-control and he snaps out of it.
Yes. Holy shit.
Now how smart is Sledge? Does Sledge think that You know, by the time that Sledge is thinking about what to do with the ripped apart body of Maxim, Vivian, you flick onto Maxim's channel.
All done. We have an issue.
Not again. What's now?
There's a look of low animal cunning on Sledge's face as he picks up the body.
The region's gargoyle just tortured Maxim.
I pick Vivian up, put her on my shoulders, run into Elysium fully.
To war, boys! It's finally here!
Actually, while running, I'm just gonna ask Vivian, are you fucking sure? Are you fucking sure?
Oh, pretty fucking sure on what I'm seeing right now, yes.
I know you're peace-loving and whatnot, but am I allowed to do, you know, a little bit of drastic action?
Technically, this occurred on Tremere territory.
Jackal,
sure I
you
could be
sense
a
a
part
threat
of
to your
anything.
life. You don't know from where or from whom, but things are happening.
So,
What?
give me a moment.
I
I'm
think we're
going to
done with
switch to
with our
Kurt and
conversation
inform him
here.
of the situation too.
Tell the fucking region as well that he better fucking show his
I
ass.
thought we're having a discussion
Now.
here, man.
No,
The
So-
door slides
No!
away.
the door does not slide away.
He just walks
So-
out on you.
I say,
I bet-
I did try to say this conversation is over.
Rude. I was like,
So-
gonna be like your only ally, but all right. Sure, Doc. Whatever.
I know what you were trying to do.
Yes.
Fun fact, Jack actually learned. He got an auspic sense that his life is in danger, and he didn't teleport into his safe room.
But it's standard procedure, he's violating protocol.
Exactly.
So yeah, first I go to Kurt and I tell him, well, it appears the Keeper of Elysium just got torpered by the Tremere region's gargoyle.
You just see him spin around on his heel and start walking back to his car.
I then go over to you know what? No, I'm just that's good enough. I'll go and check up on where Maxim's going.
You know? The gargoyle is currently smashing his way into a semi-abandoned basement.
Smashing his way into a semi-abandoned basement.
Oh no,
Okay.
this looks bad.
Oh no! Oh no!
I'm it, Sledge.
Oh no!
Well,
Sledge.
there's not much else to do besides try and figure out where they are.
I think that's perception streetwise epic.
Do I have a decrease in difficulty? I've lived here for years and I have eidetic memory.
I think you go to the Tremere side the rarest? So a
That
minus
would be
1.
true. Okay.
Demi, what do you
Because,
tell your
know,
people as you rush into Elysium?
What would I find?
Light the
This-
beacons!
Streetwise? Was that perception streetwise?
Yes.
I rushed into Elysium, but I also
I
want to
am
see what fucking
apparently
Vivian's-
very aware of where the fuck this basement is.
Before I actually start, talking, I just rushed in here. I mean, I probably look perplexed or something, but I'm going to confirm with Vivian. What does she know? What's fully happening? Before I
It
light
appears
the
the gargoyle is putting him in a basement on XX Street. In XX house.
Does
I
the
believe-
gargoyle have enough occult to know that this shit... Gargoyle has Auspex. He knows about the stains in the aura. You know, the Gargoyle just drops Maxim up against the wall, then goes looking around the basement, clearly looking for something.
I'm just going to put Vivian down, if you don't mind. I'm gonna also tell her nicely, if you don't mind, I'm going to rally the gangrel, because this isn't okie dokie.
That's your choice.
Excuse me for a second. I
Archie
gathered
is
the
here.
fucking-
He has one of his gators with him. He's showing it to the peoples.
I gathered the gangrel and informed them and make a fucking display of crucible leadership if possible.
Okay, what are the exact words you use? This will matter a lot.
Okay, I haven't actually prepared this. That's the best
We
part.
must take Jerusalem.
Deus Vult.
You know
My-
what? Demi, I'm gonna give you like 2 minutes to think about it, because this is a good spot to split the video.